Well, that's right, Jeff. You know, the Christmas season is done, but there's still lots of celebrations to be had. In fact, New Year's Eve is just around the corner in a couple days. And here to talk about making the responsible choice and making a responsible plan is Ottawa President, MADD Ottawa President Tom Wainwright. And thank you so much for joining us here today. Very important message to get out, especially during this time of the holidays with New Year's Eve just around the corner.
Yeah, very important message. I think a lot of people have been hearing the constant theme for years is that we're just asking people to make the right choice.
Right.
There are a lot of people that are going to be hosting parties at home, and you know, we just want them to make the right choice. Either people are going to be staying over, get a taxi, designated driver, whatever the case may be.
And it seems like we all know the message is out there for years. Don't drink and drive. It's illegal. You can get charged. We all know the consequences. Why do you think people still do it?
Yeah, I don't know. We've been kind of beating around that for years, and you know, we look at the OPP stats for this year is that you know there's about a 30% increase in people being charged with impaired driving. Is there more ride programs? I don't know. It's just I think a lot of people. I mean, the average person, you believe this statistic, is they drink and drive 1,000 times before they're actually stopped.
Wow.
So that's a very high statistic. So people roll the dice on that. You know, so I think people are just, they got away with it for so long, they just keep doing it. You know, they have their tricks of how to get home. So, you know, and most people, most responsible people do know that you can't do that. So I don't know why people still choose to do it.
So what's your advice for people who are planning to go out this New Year's Eve and have a celebration? What are some important tips that they should, I guess, follow or do before they do head out?
Well, I think they should make the plans beforehand. You know, it's easy to get caught up in a festive celebration, and all of a sudden you're oh, how am I going to get home? Well, you knew you had to get home in the first place. So I mean, people arrange, Operation Red Nose, responsible choice. A friend can pick you up. I know lots of people that their kids will come and pick them up. You know, they'll drive them there, they'll come and pick them up. Some people I know will stay overnight at a place. I know a lot of people that will stay downtown at a hotel and go to a festive celebration, just walk back to the hotel.
And it's not only for the people who are going to parties, it's also important for people who are hosting parties to kind of think about this as well and help their guests plan their ride home or their way home.
Yeah, I was reading an article the other day is that, and it kind of just came to me, is that most of the celebrations that we're going to have in the local area are probably hosted by people at home. So I think that people that are hosting the parties will, be responsible and maybe at a certain time of night start serving non-alcoholic drinks, maybe serve a little bit more food, maybe make a suggestion, maybe call a taxi for people. So I think there are people out there that will make the responsible choice and, get people taxis, keep them at their house or whatever the case may be. So I think people will plan ahead. That would be my suggestion for most people, is to plan ahead.
And I know here in the city, I think OC Transpo is offering free services on New Year's Eve for people so they can get home responsibly. And like you said, there's many other options, taxis, responsible choice, and there's really no excuses anymore for this happening.
Yeah, and again, I guess it all comes down to is that, all of a sudden at 3 in the morning, I didn't decide, well, how am I going to get home?
Right.
I should know that beforehand. So I think, make the right choice, plan ahead, and be responsible.
And you have some fun plans for New Year's Eve, I hear?
Oh yeah, I'm going to go down with Rick Shirelli's group, and last year, doing the cooking outside, cooking up about 600-700 hot dogs for the kids and everybody there. So lots of fun. So invite people down. It's a really good time, and Rick Shirelli puts this on for the people, I think, for the last 19 years. So he supports our cause, and we go down to volunteer, and it's all for a good cause.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully everyone will have a safe and happy New Year's Eve this year. For now, we do have to take a short break, but stay with us. We have lots more to come. And we're going to head back to Coots Company, and Sarah Free Market is checking out some tasty coffee and fur.